Richmond Greenway. Moved by Councillor McClellan, seconded by Councillor Fields. A brief introduction.
You go.
Yep.
So, quickly, the Richmond Greenway is a community-driven cycle connection through the Richmond neighbourhood. It involves, by and large, a Greenway-style shallow, low-cost interventions, and it's supported with some intersection-type improvements and traffic calming.
Sorry, just to add to that again, this is one that started off in CRAF, so it's got community board support, it's community board priority, and then Surface allowed us to extend it further.
39.6% said that they fully supported that this proposal would improve cycling safety, and 22.9% said they somewhat agreed. Support that this would increase safety was a major theme, along with some concern on the route given how other side streets were wider, and requests for additional speed cushions, build-outs, crossings and traffic calming came through. Speed cushions on either side of pedestrian crossing on North Avon Road have been added as a result of consultation, and some safe speed area signage. I just want to point out that requests for additional routes into the city will be retained for future projects, as we specifically ask submitters how this project could connect with the city in the future.
Thank you. Are there any questions? Councillor Henstock and
Look, I may have missed it when I wasn't here, but I wanted to understand the Cumberland Street route option that was raised by a submitter today, and to hear from you.
There was a response on here as well.
I haven't had a chance
Okay, can
to
we
read
do a
it.
brief rundown on that, please?
Have you seen the response?
The rationale was that it's dangerous to exit Cumberland onto London, because you'd have to come out, go left and cross it over, and then you'd also need a cycle lane down London Street, so it wouldn't fit the budget. That's basically what it says here. Do you need to add anything?
No, that's fine.
Yep.
Yeah. Is that all right, Victoria? Yep. Who else had a question? Councillor Templeton?
I just found this really, really hard to read. Just the potential for putting sort of speed cushions in on Perth Street to slow the speed down. So whether there was a speed hump in at one end, like a proper one, but whether there was potential to put speed cushions in.
That's doable.
Okay, so do we need a specific address for them to be out, or just we just say at the end of the street because it's not adjacent to London Street? Adjacent to London Street?
Yeah, that would be fine.
Okay.
Do you have, would that fit the budget?
Well, does have cost implications. The speed cushion type treatments aren't, they're not a particularly high cost element.
Yeah.
And we would just incorporate that into the final.
Okay, so are you,
Yeah,
just put
sending
it
through
as
some
an
wording.
additional recommendation, Sarah. that
Yep.
Request staff install a speed cushion at the other end of Perth Street. Which end is it?
Yeah, I'm just putting the wording
North
in
or south? That's pretty much it, Sarah. So if there's no more questions, is there a mover and seconder for this one? Oh, did you?
Jake and
Sorry. And Councillor- yes, it is a long day. Thank you. So are there any other questions, Councillor Johansson?
Sorry, where did we get to with Cumberland Street?
We just had the response to that the reply, it's on the list, that actually it's a dangerous exit onto London Street. It is quite a sharp curve there.
So what's...
And then you'd also have to have a separated...
But looking at the photos on Perth Street, why would we put sharrows down a street that when the cars are parked, you can't even see them?
Staff?
Isn't that dangerous?
Is Perth Street safe enough to use as a sharrow?
Yeah, so I guess what is indicating is that that's a shared area, so the cyclists use the traffic lane as with the cars.
Yep.
Those cars aren't there all the time, and they also have a wayfinding function, not just a where to cycle down the road function.
Sorry, I'd also like to add to that. The latest traffic counts we've got show 230 vehicle movements a day down that road, so it's incredibly low.
Yes. So, and this was what the community actually wanted. So if there's no more questions, is there any debate? Oh, Councillor Barber and Councillor Henston.
I think this is a really, really good solution. I think it's a great cycleway. I love the fact that it goes nowhere near Hills Road or North Avon. I think it's really sensible. I bike through there quite a bit myself. So I appreciate this, and I think the residents will too.
Thank you. Councillor Henstock?
Yeah, thank you. Likewise, I really like this initiative going down these much quieter streets, and really wish that we'd do that a little bit more often, instead of putting our cycling routes on the really busy roads. When our kids bike to school, we always work with them in advance to find routes just like this down those cycle streets that gave us a little bit more confidence in their safety heading to school. So I'm really happy to support this.
Excellent. Councillor Fields?
I'm really happy to support this. I think this is the type of thinking that I absolutely love. It's it's basically creating a cycleway in Christchurch that utilises quiet streets that don't really that are built for cars but never see cars unless they're stationary. So it's actually like bringing them to life. It's bringing a neighbourhood to life. It's connecting up neighbourhoods, and I think there's nothing better when you're a cyclist in Christchurch to wayfind where streets connect together and connecting neighbourhoods together. So I'm really excited to see this project. I think that there are so many opportunities to do similar things in similar neighbourhoods all across Christchurch to really get our cycling network pumping. And just connecting up. So I'm absolutely in support of it.
Well said. I like that. Yeah. Councillor Johansson?
Yeah, thanks. I mean, I think it's just really interesting to reflect on the contrast in approach. This has been something that's been community driven, worked on for a number of years, with extensive engagement. We heard from the submitters, and I think, what a good outcome, right? Where you bring people with you rather than them feeling like you're doing it to them. And if you contrast this to some of and I hope everyone read the submissions on the Te Aratai one, because you can see that many of the same reasons why the Richmond Greenway people support that with things that people put forward around Te Aratai to get the cycling off into the slower or the less trafficked streets in the area. So, I just think this is a really good example of working with the community and bringing people with you and getting a good outcome that people, 80% of people will be happy with, compared to some of the other ones that we're doing. So let's hope we can, when this is all said and done, have a bit of an evaluation and maybe understand, how these things have worked and what has brought people with us, because I think this would be a really good example to put forward. But look, I welcome this project. I think it is really important, and I think it's something that the community will really benefit from.
Thank you. On that note, I'll put the motion. All those in favour say aye. Aye. Opposed? That's carried. Thank you. So item 11, which is Little River Link, Cycle Connections